You have probably already sensed that the discussion of the uniqueness of biblical religion compared to the other ancient religions cannot be detached from the contemporary religious and political discourse. Scholars who have stressed the uniqueness of Israelite religion were often committed to a religious or national ideal regarding the distinctiveness of the Bible. On the other hand, scholars who sought to minimize the differences between the cultures also belong to ideological schools of thought that influenced their research perceptions. The rhetoric adopted by scholars from different schools of thought is telling. We have seen that Kaufman makes occasional use of the term idolatry based on the biblical term idol, with its natural negative connotations. Scholars who do not emphasize the distinctiveness of biblical religion tend to prefer the more neutral term polytheism. Recommended readings regarding these social and political aspects of the scholarly discussion are found in the syllabus. Regardless of the ideological background of the different scholars, if we want to define the nature of biblical religion, we should try to evaluate both schools of thought. Let's begin with Kaufman. Kaufman's scholarly enterprise attempted to present a monolithic and inclusive picture of Israelite faith. Such an ambitious project cannot escape certain hard-pressed claims or inaccuracies. The corpus we call the Bible encompasses centuries, dozens of genres and subgenres, and many sources that represent different perceptions. It would be unrealistic to expect such a complex world to demonstrate complete unity in its religious philosophy. What about the alternative approaches represented here by scholars like Wellhausen? Wellhausen and his fellow scholars identify in the religion of the Bible complex processes, historical developments, and a range of voices regarding the nature of divinity. They present Israelite faith in a more complex manner that enables attention to detail and historical development. However, they do not refute the fact that the Bible is in general a monotheistic work, and that by being basically monotheistic, it is distinguished from the other ancient Near Eastern religions. It seems that the main contribution of these critical discussions lies in the softening and broadening of the dogmatic philosophy proposed by Kaufman and his colleagues, but not in its complete negation. Kaufman's fundamental observations about the essence of biblical monotheism are still valid for significant sections of biblical literature. Other sections that do not conform to Kaufman's theological principles are a reflection of the complicated process of the emergence of monotheism in Israel. All these enrich the general picture and render it more complex without undermining it. There is one more important contribution to the attempt to soften the polar distinction between the Bible and its surrounding cultures. Later in this course, we will indeed see that the parallels between the Bible and the ancient Near East do not in every instance yield an impressive set of fundamental theological differences, as in the flood story. In other cases, the Bible's similarities to its surrounding environs are greater than the differences. In such cases, an approach that seeks to constantly enhance the differences between the cultures may mislead researchers and distort their findings. So, from a methodological point of view, it is important to take into consideration various approaches in order to sketch a more balanced picture of the relationship between the Bible and its environment.